What happened, happened. You just never know.
One time, the company I worked for transferred me to an island in the Pacific. Fantastic place. I invited my girl to visit me. I sent her a postcard every day with a single word on each card. I wrote, "Found a virgin paradise. It's yours, Matthew." Naturally, they were delivered in the wrong order. The message she got was, "Found a virgin. It's paradise. Yours, Matthew." I never heard from her again. Vacations are full of surprises, to say nothing of virgins, which brings me to last year.
It had been a really mixed-up time. Just when I got to wear a smaller retainer, my parents filed for divorce. Kind of took the fun out of smiling.
I'd been working in Brazil out of Sao Paulo,
The New York of Brazil. Sao Paulo is where all the work gets done. Where all the fun gets done is in Rio, which is where my wife Karen and I decided to spend our last vacation.
Somehow I'd never made it there. By all accounts, the most exciting, the most sensuous city in the world. I didn't know if this was actually true, but after 20 years of marriage, any fantasy helps. Victor was coming along, of course. That's my friend, Victor Lyons. He was going through a bad patch at the time.
Poor Daddy. I wanted to tell him he didn't have to feel so guilty, but I just couldn't take that happiness away from him.
My folks were married almost 50 years. Never said a harsh word. Never said a kind word. They just didn't speak is what it was. And I swore it would be different with Karen and me. But something was happening to our marriage. Nothing earth-shattering. Just small signs that a husband can detect. The flight without her was awful.
She was all I could think about. I was up to my ears in my marriage. Victor was up to my ears in his divorce.
Thank God for Rio. Just the thought of it. I've always had a problem handling nudity. I like it, mind you, but it is troubling. Anybody's, even my own. Sometimes, when I'm getting undressed, I almost wish I could leave the room. You know what I mean?
Poor Uncle Matthew. I don't know why some people can't get older without getting old.
Reckless, impulsive, unthinking. Not Victor. Me, as I was about to find out. I was wrong. You're never too old to be crazy. It took whatever strength I had to send her away. That's not altogether true. If I really had any strength, she never would have been there at all. I couldn't refuse. I was his best friend, and he needed my help. My help. It was like asking an arsonist to become the fire chief. This was it. The moment had come. I summoned all my courage.
First he said it was over. Then he asked me to lunch. It was like taking Crazy 1 and 2. But I didn't care. I was so happy, I wanted to give him a present. Something no one else in the world could give him.
He was just what I said she needed. Young, uninvolved, uncomplicated. I couldn't have been happier. Except for a sudden throb in my temple that went all the way down to my heart. I had to admit, Jennifer had gotten under my skin. I had no one to turn to for advice. What I needed was objective professional help. It was quite simply the worst night of my life. My embarrassment compounded by the fact that Victor had now slept with 2 out of the 3 members of my family. It all worked out very neatly, except for me, the odd man out. It's hard to realize a whole year has gone by since then. Victor finally got his divorce. Then he and his wife turned around and married each other again. Victor said it's because she wanted to get the other half of everything he owned. With Karen and me, it wasn't really a case of happily ever after. We were lucky to get any kind of ever after at all. I figure we're a few months away from happily.
But we'll make it. You only live once, but it does help if you get to be young twice.